Welcome to Black Sports Network. I'm your host, Mo Brown. Today, I interview the Michele Roberts. What made you decide to trade in hearing the sounds of the gavel in the courtroom to sneaker squeaks on the basketball court?
I've been practicing for about 30 years, and this was not something I planned. I literally read about the firing of the person that was the executive director for the union, and I thought, when I read about it, wow, that's a really cool job.
So would you say that you're in love with basketball?
I am, yes, I would. And I've always loved basketball, I should say. I grew up in the projects. I have two older brothers. Like every other young black man in the projects, they knew they were going to play in the NBA, right? As I was practicing law, if I had an opportunity, I would see live basketball games. I now know I absolutely love it because so much of my life is basketball.
What does it mean to be a black woman in a high-profile position of leadership?
It's, as you know, a challenge to be a black woman, period, right? Yes. It's fabulous. I wouldn't want to be anything else, but it's not something that we can call easy. Most of the people I work with are absolutely male. It's a male-dominated industry, and most of the people I work with are white, even the women. Most of the women I work with are white. So it is not only is it not unusual, it is predictable that if I walk into a room for a meeting, I will be the only person of color.
Yes.
And I'll certainly be the only woman of color. You simply don't allow the fact that you are different to be anything other than the fact that you are different.
What are some of the challenges that you've had in your career?
The challenges you'd expect, people that assume that because you're a woman or because you're black or because you're both black and a woman, they assume that you are either incompetent. But as I've gotten older and more confident, what used to be something that would keep me up at night does not any longer. It's not my problem. It's your problem.
It's your problem.
And it's your problem in a huge way because by assuming my incompetence, you're giving me an advantage.
I love it. No, I love it. What are some of the mantras or the things that you say to yourself for you to become this confident?
The thing that worked for me was, I would say, do you think that tomorrow morning you're going to wake up as a white man? The answer obviously was no. No. Right? So knowing that this is it, do you want to compete or not? I would remind myself, you can sleep all week long. This Rip Van Winkle thing is not going to make a difference. You're going to wake up as you.
Right.
And so, again, do you want to compete or not? Once I realized that I was not going to end up, and I didn't frankly want to end up a white man, I decided, well, I'm going to have to bring my black woman self to this meeting and make everybody shake.
People feel the NBA is the most inclusive of all sports.
I do agree that we are the most inclusive, and I applaud the number of international players we have. I think about a quarter of our league is now international. We have our first Indian player. I want the game to be global. It's a great game. I want the whole planet to enjoy it.
Do you feel supported in your role as the executive director in a predominantly male-driven industry?
I do, and bear in mind, I got this job because men voted for me, and I was not the only option. There were other options that happened to be men. I'm absolutely supported by my players.
Do you feel like they're auntie?
I'm the auntie.
Oh, you're the auntie. So I heard through the grapevine that you may possibly have the Knicks as your favorite team. Is this true?
I can't say that. What I can say is I grew up learning to love basketball watching the Knicks.
Do you have any advice for someone like me, a young African-American female who is taking over the world?
Take over the world. I mean, you can easily count on your fingers and toes on a sheet of paper all of the people and all the things that are going to be trying to prevent your success. The good news is you know that, right? You know probably what they are. You will know some of who they are, and you'll recognize them that you don't know when you see them. So none of this is going to be a surprise, right? The things that I find most intimidating are things I can't anticipate. So you know off the brick that this is not going to be something that is going to be handed to you. but you have every reason to. The fact that you dare start your own business, that you dare think that you can not hope to get a job, at a 7-Eleven, tells me you have the courage to do this, and which means you'll be fine. Just keep your eye on the prize.
Yeah, right.
Our players do it every day. I mean, they're an inspiration to all of us. Only 450 jobs, and you got 20,000 guys every year that want one of those positions. They keep fighting for it. You do it too. You're already there.
For Black Sports Network, I'm Mo Brown.